Welcome to a very special episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, and we're talking about Nepal. Hello. This is Cindy, your host at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. So, a little bit about the podcast. I've been podcasting since 2017 and moved here to the Huntington Beach area right around that same time. And so, today I have my friend Sal and his cousin. But, real quick, let me give you a quick backstory on the show. So, we have the day that we're born and the day that we pass away. And that in between time is called the dash. So it's so important to live the dash, find your bucket list, find the right people in your life. And on this podcast, I interview those who are marking off their bucket lists, also vendors. So Kanchan's business is one of my vendors with Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours. So let's take it away, guys. I'm actually going to share this in a couple of Facebook groups. So I'm going to pop off for about 1 minute, and you could go ahead and talk about your company. I'll be right back. Go ahead. Go ahead and talk about your company. I'll be right back. You could go ahead and continue.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
So Kanchan started his travel agency, I would say about 14 years ago. Yeah, and then he does the travel, and tour guides all over Nepal, Bhutan, uh, India, and China. Yeah, and then he will give you a little bit more description later on. Okay, Kanchan, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Kanchan, and I'm in this business from last 20 years, and I have started my own company from last 14 years. Uh, Before I was working as a tour guide, and after having the knowledge and experience in this field, I have started my own company, and I'm running this business successfully till now.
And talking about Kanchan, like he has a master's in business, and then he's done his master's from Germany. What is the college?
It was Huxley Bremen.
Yeah, so he was in German for about a couple of years to finish his degree, and he's back home now, pursuing what he wants to do, and he's doing really well. So I'm very proud of him.
Wow. Yeah, and
Thank you very
I've
much.
had a really great time getting to know him. We had 2 or 3 meetings so far to kind of get to know him and his company. And so, yeah, and we talked about last week about 2029 National Bucket List Day, which happens during the week of April 24th. So let's talk about the different excursions that you run.
We have lots of excursions in Nepal. Like we have adventure excursion, like we have hiking and trekking. The popular one is Annapurna Base Camp Trek and Everest Base Camp Trek, and as well nature hike. And talking about the leisure trek, leisure travel, we have city tour like Kathmandu city tour, Pokhara city tour, Chitwan, and Lumbini, and the short hike to Punhil, Ghandruk, and as well we have additional excursion like cultural tours. Cultural tours is like Kathmandu cultural tours. It's listed in old heritage site, and Lumbini as well, the in the World Heritage Sites, and it is the birthplace of Buddha, where you can go and do yoga and meditation.
Oh, nice.
And we offer different kinds of adventure sports like bungee jumping, paragliding, and zip fly, uh, rafting, hiking, like biking and cycling. Everything, we have lots of adventure sports we offer, Cindy.
Yeah, and I'm on your Instagram right now. This looks amazing. And you even have a little sign that you display for those who take an excursion with you. Look at
Yeah.
this.
And also, Cindy, out of 14 tallest mountain, about nine of them are in Nepal. And so it's full of mountains. And
Yeah, we
the funny part of and then this is a real story that if the mountain is below 14,000, they don't even name the mountain. So, and then we have so many mountains in Nepal. And a lot of people, they think like it's very expensive. It's really not. So people can do a very cost friendly, budget friendly travel as well. So Kanchan is there to accommodate whoever wants to even do a budget friendly, or whoever wants to do a lavish one too. So you have a 2 star to 5 star hotel. Then same thing, like if you want to do a flying, if you want to if you want to ride a bike, there are so many options.
Yeah, so let's talk about some upcoming specials, and then we could also talk about National Bucket List Day for 2029.
Okay.
your upcoming spatial means the thing is that we have this is the winter and our trekking starts from uh, February, February, March, April, and this is the favorable time for trekking and lots of the people around the world come Nepal for trekking. Like we have around 1 million people from the world as a tourist in a year, uh, especially for hiking and trekking. And we also for some cultural tour, some for leisure tour, and those who are not interested or not able, or those who have time constraint, they can go and fly to the in helicopter tour to the Mount Everest, Annapurna and Everest. They can go on a helicopter tour for a few days, touch the Himal, touch the mountains, take some photographs, and enjoy the beauty of the nature. Those are the regular itinerary or regular packages of Nepal.
Yeah, and then every itinerary can be customized. Yeah, and
Yeah,
from 3 days.
definitely. Every itinerary can customize. Like we have like 20 days of hiking, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, but if somebody want to customize, or they want a few days of hiking, we can make it 5 days or 6 days hiking as well. Or you can what you can do is you can go on a hike, and then later on when you reach the place you can come back by the helicopter so that you can manage the time.
Well, let's talk about food because we know that the food in Nepal is absolutely amazing. So let's talk
Yeah,
about some of the staples.
talking.
What it's famous for, and then if you have any foodie tours as well.
Yeah, we have lots of choices because we have lot of food, and it is the famous in the world. Like we have dal bhat and curry. Like masala wave, Sailendra is offering the food. Uh, we have lots of varieties of food with the full of especially we think about the combination of carbohydrate, fat, and protein. Is combination of those food is the healthy food. So we offer those kind of food. Our main food is dal bhat. It's called rice, curry, and vegetables and lentils.
Oh,
Uh,
So yeah, and then it is mostly influenced with either India and China. And then it's a small country, so the spices and everything that we use is about the same, like cumin, coriander, turmeric, but the cooking process is different. So when you go a hike up in the mountains, you cannot really have a greasy food. So what they do is they balance the food with like lots of soupy kind of vegetables, lots of gingers, and it's just very slow cooking. And talking about the dal bhat, it's a lentil, vegetables, and a little bit of combination with your protein choice. So meat, vegetables, and most of the food that we prepare is more of a steam cooking. So let's say potato and cauliflower. Potato and cauliflower in India, in Indian cuisine, is a deep fried potato, deep fried cauliflower, and cooked in a curry sauce. Whereas the same thing in Nepal, the cooking process is saute the cauliflower and potato, and then with toasted cumin,
Exactly.
and then very less oil, and it's a steam cooking. That's why it's lot less fat, lot less grease, and very healthy too. So once you're done with the meal, you're not bloated, you know. So that
That's
yeah
good
that,
to
that yeah
hear.
that's a beauty of Nepali food. Yeah,
Yes.
and it's not as spicy compared to Indian food. It can be, but it won't. Yeah, and then that's not a real tradition, And most of the food, like momos, chow mein, those are like a staple food as well, And people think it's their national food right now. And from breakfast to dinner, anyone can have momos, And the reason why we say dal bhat power 24 hour, meaning like once you have that combination of that protein and carb, it is good for 24 hours. That's what people were saying, Hey Randy, you're here.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy. Yeah. So, how about drinks?
Okay, lots of tea. People do lots of tea, and then there are few of the tea that we import, and Kanchan helps us ship those tea. So those are organic tea, and then from the hilly Parship Mountain, and there are lots of tree, like tea, organic tea that we import, and then
Yeah,
we do
we
serve
have,
the tea in masala house as well. Can
yeah,
you talk
various
a little
range
bit
of
about?
tea like green tea, leaf tea, flower tea. We have various choices of tea, coffee, and we also have the coffee from the farm in Nepal, and we have a fresh coffee. We offer fresh coffee,
Wow. So, tell
and
me
if you
about
talk
the flower tea.
flower tree, yeah, we have jasmine flower tree, and we have marigold, and like hibiscus. Those are the flower. This is a combination. Like we have lemongrass. Those are the combination of flower tree.
Wow. So, let's talk about National Bucket List Day 2029. Recommend some hotels. I'm not too familiar with that area. I know we're going to start planning it here probably within the next year,
Okay.
so everyone has
Uh,
time to collect their money and
talk,
save and everything.
Talking about hotel, if you would like to stay in five-star hotel, we have like franchise of international hotels. Like we have Marriott, Hilton, Radisson. Those are the international standard hotel, and it's it's as per your choice. If you would like to stay in a normal kind of hotel or five-star hotel or in the homestay, as per your choice.
Yeah,
But
if you wanna go low,
as as per the place, like if you are in the city, you have a choice, but on the hike, you have limited choice. You have to stay in the normal hotel with basic amenities. Yeah.
And how about your YouTube page? You have it going on right now?
Talking about YouTube is, I'm using my website, my Instagram, and Facebook, and I'm preparing. It's on the way. I have not completed this YouTube. It's
Yeah, because I
working on.
did create a digital card for you. And send it a
Yeah,
little bit
I've
later.
seen. Yeah,
Yeah, and then so you could actually use that. So that digital card, when you're meeting people in the community, you could actually share it, or people who
yeah,
come to any of your excursions, you could share that, and that way they could review you and everything as
yeah.
well.
That
Yeah.
will be nice.
So we have about 5 minutes left in the show. Anything you like to add? How you pay it forward in the community? How do you do that? Sal, go first.
No, I mean, I'm a big time community believer, So every time, and then Nepali people, they believe in karma, and what we do is whatever or wherever we're in the community, we believe that we have to do something to the community, and I am a big time believer of that one. And so is Kanchan, so he we do a lot of donation to the orphanage in Nepal, and then there are a few of the orphanages that he supports, even in Nepal, and so do I. So you know about me, so I'm a big time believer in community.
Well, let's talk about orphanages because I actually do orphanage trips from Irvine, California, to
Hmm.
Baja, and I do Puerto Vallarta, in different areas of Mexico. So let's
Yeah.
talk about what we could. That would be really great for the bucket list day for 2029.
No, 100%. So when my kiddo was born, like instead of celebrating his first birthday, we donated that money to the orphanage, and
Yeah,
then
that's a good idea.
yeah,
Yep.
and then so what we do is, like, I send money, and then part of my mom's salary, it goes to the orphanage as well, so every year she has a set budget, and she gives out to the poor, needy families too. And right now here, at least in Masala Waves, every week, every month, if somebody is needy, then there are a few people within the community that I work with, and what they do is they reach out to them, and they have a gift voucher, food voucher, whatever they can use, and they'll use it towards the food. And running a restaurant, within the community, like this community has been a blessing for me.
And you've been a blessing as well. I mean,
No,
you're
thank
such
you,
a
I
servant
appreciate it.
leader. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yeah,
No,
thank you.
thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and for you to connect me to your cousin, I'm just very grateful for that.
No,
So
no, thank you, I appreciate it.
nice to be a partner with him and see what we could do moving forward. We
100%. No,
have a few more minutes. Let's do some shout outs. Who would you like to shout out? Sal.
no, shout out to this, big community, shout out to my family's friends, and then to my amazing partners, my wife, and uh, all these people have been a blessing to my life. And then, yeah, thank you. And yeah, thank you, Randy. I don't
Randy.
think this loves it. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, people love me here. Thank you.
Kanchan, how do you want to talk about that topic?
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice talking with you guys. And then, yeah, the main thing is that I would like to share about. I want to say something about Nepal. That uh, if you guys are really planning for visit Nepal, please make choice of Nepal because it's a scenic beauty place where you cannot get this kind of scenic beauty in the world. We have natural beauty of we have lots of mountains, lakes, rivers, and loose forest, and everything is over there. So let's enjoy. Let's come to Nepal, embrace the your your time and enjoy the moment in Nepal.
And I'm going to go to my website real quick. And so these are some of my partners. And if you go
Mm-hmm.
right down here on the website,
Nice.
Yeah.
you could just click here, and that's the digital card that I created. And I'm going to be putting some other links for reviews as well. So you can see the rolling pictures if you have more pictures. But right here, when you meet somebody, save my info, and it's going to go right to their phone, or they could even forward it to a friend. And then so you have your website, your Facebook, your Instagram, TripAdvisor, and there is a YouTube. But once we get more going on with YouTube, I'll start promoting that as well. And so there we go. Yeah, just so
Okay.
grateful to have you guys on today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank
And,
you very much.
yeah, you guys
Thank
have
you.
a great Sunday. Thank you, Cindy.
And we have another message. Yeah, I want to do a big shout out to Randy Myers here in Huntington Beach. Absolutely amazing. Another servant leader. He pays it forward to a lot of restaurants. He's actually one of my clients with Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours. And so just so very grateful for him.
No, yeah, Randy is awesome, so whatever he does to the community, despite not even owning a restaurant, he goes out to every restaurant, small businesses, and he supports a lot, that means a lot to me. Yeah, and then for me, he's been a blessing, glad to have you as a friend, Randy. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And okay, one more shout out. Sal, go ahead and do a shout out to your website.
No, yeah, so but thank you everybody, thank you for supporting me, thank you, and then let's support Cindy as well.
And what's your website?
It's at www.masalawhips.com.
Okay, Conchgun, what's your website?
www.advisor.np.com.
Well, thank you so much, guys. And I'm going to pop you in the green room if you hang tight for just 30 seconds while I close out, and then we'll chat for a few. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. Thank you for watching today. Now, a lot of you are going to be watching the rebroadcast. So if you do come here on the replay, just do hashtag replay. This is Cindy at Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours, and I hope to see you at one of the beaches of the world.